Hi, welcome. So today's video is about air purifiers, and this is the Mi Air Purifier 2H from Xiaomi. So the unit measures around 53 centimeters high and is about 24 centimeters across. It comes both in 110 and 220 volts of power, and it can clean a room of up to 260 square meters of air per hour, which would correlate to about a room or slash house of around 30 square feet, something like that. This is just one model of the air purifier lineup that Xiaomi has, and later in this video I'll try to explain what are the differences and which model that might suit you the best, again depending on the size of the room slash house you want to have cleaner air in. This unit has 3 sensors, so it has a PM2.5, and I'll come back to what that means because that's not like a typical sensor name. And then it has a temperature and an air humidity sensor within. You can attach this to your Wi-Fi network, which would enable you to use the Mi Home app to both see how the device is running, your air quality, and also to do other stuff. But you don't need to do that. If you want to, you can use this unit just as a standalone without using the app or attaching it to your Wi-Fi network. Should you want to attach it to your network and use the app, you don't need the Xiaomi hubs that are also available. This can just run on your basic Wi-Fi network. The app will help you to tell when the filter needs to be changed, so that's also sort of part of the package. And there are 3 different filters that you can choose from, and I'll get back to that later. What are the different types that you can choose from? But let's just go a little bit more into details about this PM2.5 sensor, what that is, and why you should want to know a little bit more about that. So according to the New York Health Department, PM2.5 is defined as particles that are smaller than 2.5 microns, so or droplets. And exposure to those type of particles can give irritations to nose, throat, eyes, and lungs. And overexposure to those type of particles, again according to the New York Health Department, can lead to conditions like bronchitis and stuff that could be even worse. I'm going to leave a link in the description field for you to see read on this material yourself to better, enable you to understand, what the conditions about this is. But that again is just a quick introduction to what PM2.5 really means.
The device works by sucking air in the lower section through the filter and then blowing the cleaned out air through the top. On the back side you have a small latch where the PM2.5 sensor is, and above that a button to reset the filter should need be. On the front side you have this small light that will indicate green for clean air or red if the device is more active. On the top you have this button to change mode between auto, night and manual.
So when you receive the unit, it's pretty much ready to go. The only thing you really need to do is open this latch, pick out the power cord, attach the power cord, and then you're pretty much ready to set up the app.
So from the Mi Home app we can add this device from the air treatment list, though you will need to be on an EU server as this device is not supported by the mainland China server. We then need to pick out the Wi-Fi network that we want the device to sit on, and that will pretty much take care of the rest of the installation process. After the device has been found and identified, we can select which room it will sit in within the Mi Home app and the network that it's running on. Within the app you can see the temperature, the humidity and the air quality, and I advise you to go in and set the light to either dimmed or to off. I also advise you to add these two automations to make sure that the device automatically goes into night mode during the nighttime and automatically switches back to default mode in daytime. You can set the device strength on the manual mode or the auto mode or the night mode. When you are doing in the manual, you also have a chance to see how much of an area that it covers. Here you also have the possibility to see how much the filter is used.
So the filter in these type of units will last you around 6 to 12 months, and it's pretty easy to change it. You just open the back latch and then you can pretty much slide the filter out. The filter that comes with the unit is a HEPA 13 filter, but there are two other options that you can choose from, and let me just show you those.
The first alternative you have is this green formaldehyde filter, and the second option is this purple antibacterial filter. Right now on AliExpress you can't find the gray HEPA filter that comes default with the 2.8. This blue standard filter is the closest alternative.
So like I mentioned earlier in this video, this is just one of many air purifiers that Xiaomi has in their lineup. So they are pretty much alike in how big, and the sort of the physical dimensions is pretty much equal, which makes sense again because they are using pretty much the same filter unit. So what the difference is really how powerful they are in how many cubic meters of air they can clean per hour. So this one is rated at 260. So the 2S and the 2 model is rated at 310. We have the 3H model rated at 380 cubic meters, and then the Pro model rated at 500 cubic meters. So really it's up to you to find out, how big of a house or room is it that you want to focus on, and then choose the correct model to match that. But of course this 2H model is the cheapest one, and then the price pretty much doubles up to the Pro model which has the largest capacity. But the basic functionality is similar. The other small differences that are on this compared to the other models is that the 2S, 3H and the Pro model has a small display that shows you the actual count of how many particles there is in the current room that the device is sitting in, whereas this 2H model has this small light in the bottom section that shifts from green to red if the particle number becomes high enough for it to sort of become more active in the cleaning of air. But again, it's same but different, just how big of a room you need to clean. So if we are to sum up here, I've been living with this unit for like a couple of weeks now, and this is a unit that I borrowed, but we have discussed it in our family, and we decided that we are gonna continue with using one of these air purifiers. The reason being, that we have a daughter with some allergies, and we hope that this could be a good supplement to alleviate some of the discomfort that she has in the period with high numbers of grass particles and stuff like that. So it isn't an alternative to the allergy medicine that we are giving her, but again a good supplement that we hope can alleviate some of the discomfort. It is something that sort of takes care of itself. You don't need to do much really once you've set it up, and again that's super easy to do. You just need to change the filter ever so often, and again the price of the filters will not cost you that much, even if you are to change the filters like 2 times a year, which would be like the maximum. So again, and it's fairly nice looking, so you can put it somewhere in the corner and it should pretty much take care of itself, and you don't need to do much. So again, it's up for you to decide if this could be something for you. I would say the other user scenario, if you don't have allergies, would be if you have someone in your household that is a smoker, because that can of course for one give a bad air quality, but the smell of smoking can also be something that you could perhaps alleviate with the filter that is more targeted towards removing smell issues than actual cleaning the particles that are in the other range. So again, that could be the other scenario that you could consider should you find this type of device interesting. You can choose from, again, many different types depending on the size of your home, and we are talking about prices here from the base unit of around 230-ish for the device itself, and then going upwards depending on how much capacity you need, and the filters themselves will cost you around 30-ish dollars to change, and I'll leave links to AliExpress. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, as always, just leave a comment, and see you guys in another video.